The film begins with an unnamed woman driving down an empty road in pitch dark. She is listening to a disturbing audiobook, but quickly turns it off when she realizes she is all alone in the dark. Suddenly, her car collides with something. After the initial surprise, she gets out of the car to see the damage. With the help of her phone's flashlight, she also realizes that the road has been tampered with. This accident is intentional. Realizing she has been stranded, a normal person would have immediately jumped in the car and stayed put to try and find help, but no, not this woman at all. She hears rustling sounds from the surrounding forest and investigates with the light of a flashlight, and sees a huge antelope staring at her. Terrified, she knows she is in trouble. But even worse news is waiting right behind her, with a masked killer watching her every move. The antelope looks calm and decides to run away after seeing the masked killer. The woman, on the other hand, heaves a sigh of relief. But the relief doesn't last long as she hears rustling noises from behind. "Get in the car, woman." She tries to look away, and eventually, her fear takes over, and she jumps into her car. Just when she is panting from the sudden adrenaline surge, she hears a screaming sound. It's the killer behind her car. She tries to start the engine, but to no avail. Unfortunately, the masked killer breaks the window and brutally attacks her. Early in the morning, a group of teenagers arrive at the Whistler camp run by Owen Whistler. It is a conversion camp for kids from the LGBTQ+ community. According to Owen, the camp is an inclusive and safe place where they don't force anyone to convert. He also seems extremely charming as he explains how God loves each and every one of them. But still, he's willing to help those who aren't happy in their current selves. He introduces his colleagues Dr. Cora, who is the therapist, and his wife Molly, their new Dr. Zane, who is the athletics director, and Sarah, who is the activities director and Zane's fiancée. There's also a creepy assistant named Balthazar. Everyone is extremely smiley, and that's never a good sign. Owen instructs them to deposit their phones and laptops. He takes them to their separate boys' and girls' cabins. Now this poses a problem for Jordan, who identifies as trans and non-binary, and uses they/them pronouns. Owen acknowledges their problems but says there are no gender-neutral cabins at camp, so they'll have to stick with the boys' cabin. Later, all the teens are seated for group therapy. Owen expresses disgust at Veronica being bisexual and wants it to go away. The rest express either their disgust at being gay or their unwillingness to be a part of the camp. Finally, Jordan is pressured to tell his story. He explains that since he is from a religious family, his parents don't understand his choices. If he goes to camp, he will be able to be legally free and find his own identity. Owen looks visibly hurt by the mention of liberation, but says nothing. He just gives a mysterious look. Later that night, at the boys' cabin, Jock Stu is disgusted by the boys wearing skincare. "Yeah, I guess skincare exposes your sexuality now." Things are not what they seem at the conversion camp. When Alexandra spies on him while he's bathing, Owen exposes her, announcing that he's trans, and leaves her at the boys' cabin. Frustrated, Alexandra says she doesn't have boyish clothes because she's a girl. Jordan makes a plan. They dress up in Alexandra's clothes to annoy Owen, who has started calling Alexandra Alexander. He also refuses to call her by the correct pronouns. Next, the boys and girls are asked to do different stereotypical masculine and feminine activities. The boys are asked to climb bars, play tug-of-war, and jump over tires. The girls, on the other hand, make bracelets. Sarah gives Veronica and Kim weird looks as they switch bracelets. Along with these activities, they also have individual therapy sessions with Dr. Cora. In between these activities, Alexandra sneaks into the nurse's office to get her medications back, but Molly catches her. She begs her to return her medications, but Molly insists that it's against protocol. With no other choice, Alexandra explains that she has to take an estrogen medication called estradiol. She tearfully tells Molly the real reason she came to the camp: if she doesn't come here, she'll never see her little brother again. Moved by her story, Molly agrees. There's no respite from their activities at night either. The teens are woken up in the middle of the night and taken into the woods. There, they are handcuffed to a partner and left alone until morning. It's supposed to teach them some lessons about love and trust, or maybe they'll just die in the dark, who knows. Left alone, Veronica and Kim begin to understand each other a little more. Kim tells her that she doesn't really understand the community much, as she's from a very straight suburb. Jordan, on the other hand, tells Alexandra that the place looks extremely suspicious. Alexandra says that it's a gay conversion camp, so something definitely won't seem right about it, to which they reply that this camp is different from most camps. There's no Bible thumping or condemning homosexuality, just an eerie feel to everything. Just then, they see the same masked killer from before. Jordan calls out, but the killer disappears into the darkness. Of course, Jordan's guesses about the place are correct. While they're in the woods, Dr. Cora and Sarah are going through the teens' personal belongings. Cora finds Jordan's Bible and a picture of his family. She gives a devilish smile. The next day, Jordan waits for his turn outside Dr. Cora's office. They see Gabrielle leave the room in tears. Soon, they understand why Gabriel is so broken. Later that night, Jordan tells Alexandra about his decision to transition. She advises them not to let these people control them. To cheer them up, she starts singing Pink's song Perfect. Soon, everyone else joins them in a wild dance party. This show of support strengthens their bond. As the teens are accepting their identities, Owen looks at them with anger and disgust. After everyone falls asleep, Jordan sneaks into Owen's office to learn more about the place. They find photos that show the history of the place and the wild tortures that are inflicted on the children. Unfortunately, they are caught by Molly, but she is shocked by the photos Jordan shows her. She says she had no idea and promises to protect the children. It looks like it's a long night, as we follow a servant named Balthazar who is spying on the girls in the shower with a hidden camera. Suddenly, he is attacked by the masked killer, who beats him to death. Good. The next day, the group is once again divided by gender. The boys practice their marksmanship, while the girls learn how to make apple pies for the boys. At the shooting range, Owen declares that men are bigger than women because they have a killer instinct. In other words, men being violent is a biological imperative. Jordan is surprisingly good at marksmanship, and they beat Zane in an impromptu competition. This makes Owen praise them, but he's back to using the word he to describe them. Owen's training doesn't stop there. He forces Toby to shoot Duke, a dog suffering from cancer. Toby refuses to shoot the poor dog. This enrages him, and he declares that if she doesn't shoot him, Zane will torture him to death. Seeing Toby in a bad state, Jordan shoots the dog. They throw the gun away and leave while the others comfort Toby. We are cut to the girls, who are busy making pies. Sarah seems a little too obsessed with Kim. Her interest is almost uncomfortable. After class, she tells Kim to stay put until the others leave. Sarah tries to touch him inappropriately, causing the poor guy to run away. Veronica finds him alone by the river. Hearing about his experience, she tries to lift his mood and comfort him. She confesses that she is not here to fix herself, but to write an essay on the atrocities of gay conversion camps for her college paper. After having a heart-to-heart talk, Veronica and Kim kiss and do some things that shouldn't be done in public, like getting a room. Meanwhile, Molly is seen going into a shed where a lot of torture weapons are kept. There is also a door that is locked. Before she can force it open, Dr. Cora catches her and tells her to leave. As these events are happening, Stu goes for a swim in the river. Gabriel offers to go with him, saying he is a man with a purpose. When he finally joins him, Stu gives in to his temptation and kisses him. They spend their erotic time in the shed we have seen before. After working, Stu falls asleep. When he wakes up, he finds that Gabriel is behaving very indifferently. Gabriel suddenly says that there are a lot of labels nowadays, but what matters is only two: predator and prey. Suddenly, the lights turn on and Owen and Zane are in the shed with him. Owen criticizes him. They drag the poor guy into a room and forcefully tie him to a chair and electrocute him whenever there is a man. His condition worsens, and he is taken to Molly. Molly firmly refuses to continue the torture, but Owen subdues her. He tells her to get treatment and fires her. Later, we see Zane and Sarah getting into a tussle, but it's extremely funny. They try to satisfy each other in a way that proves they are still gay, and their relationship is a sham. So conversion therapy doesn't really work on them, does it? Suddenly, they are brutally attacked by the mysterious killer. Then Gabriel, who was swimming, is also attacked, electrocuted until he dies. The rest of them unite knowing that there is a killer. Molly finally comes forward and orders Alexandra to take the rest of the kids with her. She instructs her to call the police once she reaches the range. Veronica, Kim, Jordan, and Toby stay behind. Jordan goes to Owen's office to look for clues and finds the bodies of the victims. Hearing Owen's voice, he hides in the closet and sees Cora's dead body. Basically, don't be homophobic or else you'll die. When Owen enters the room, he is also attacked by the masked killer. It turns out that the killer was Molly from the beginning. She had killed the real Molly to take her place at the camp. Thus, we finally get to know the name of the woman at the beginning of the film. The real name of the current Molly is Angie Phelps. She went to the camp a long time ago and was tortured by Owen. She has come for revenge and will do anything to get it. He is attacked by Owen, but Jordan is quick to threaten him with a gun. Although Angie forces them to shoot him, they are unable to do so. Angie finishes the job by slitting Owen's throat. Angie is arrested, while Stu is taken to treatment. A romance is developing between her and Toby. It seems that they have both finally accepted themselves and are ready to face the world after the week's traumatic events.